Welcome to the Inspiring You Show. I'm Henry, and this, my friends, is a vibrational experience, a remembering of the truth of who we are. Content is light encoded to assist you on your journey if you wish to receive for your highest good. Hello, everyone. Welcome to January 2024. Let's just take a moment and just welcome in this new year. Just taking a moment to give gratitude for being in this space in the here and now and welcoming in 2024. So, friends, I had a really amazing weekend. We did an intention setting workshop that was we had it on Saturday where we chose a power positive word that this word can support you throughout the year. And mine that came through is unstoppable. And I've been talking about it for the last week or so, actually, because it came through before Saturday. But it was so inspiring to do this workshop where everyone in the workshop was guided through various journal prompts, and in the journal prompts and then with the Reiki energy healing meditations, they were downloaded their intention power word for the year. And it just was so incredible just to hear the different words coming through. One person received bloom, another person received love, another person received fearlessness. And it just was so amazing. I can't encourage people enough to not only set intentions, but also take a moment to meditate and see what word can come to you. And then that could possibly be your theme word for the year. And in it, the word for me that is, my power word for this year is 2024 is unstoppable. But that could mean that if I'm in a moment of having just a real moment in life, maybe there's a challenge that's happening and I am just feeling like, it just means that I can use that as a mindful anchor word where I can use the word unstoppable to support me to reground, realign, connect back into my breath, come back into presence. And so much like your breath, there is frequency to words. And so choosing a power positive word can just really support you. And so we did this on the first day and it just was so inspiring. And then I was actually guided during it to offer a second day from the guides. And so we did a full second day and it was all about setting intentions and just really preparing for 2024. And I feel like I just woke up today on January 1st, just so inspired. And it feels so great because I feel like I haven't felt this kind of fire and excitement for something in a long time. And I'm really just excited about 2024 and just excited to feel this way. And knowing that, though, everything does ebb and flow. And so, in the ebbing and flowing, knowing that I might feel really excited and inspired in this moment, who knows where I'm going to be in 2 days from now. But that's why having tools can really support you in terms of, the mindset adjustment, as well as regrounding, realigning, clearing energy can all just really support you. So, I just encourage if you have not taken time to set intentions yet, set intentions not only for this month, but also ask for a power positive intention word that can support you in terms of your year. So let's welcome January 2024. Welcome the year 2024 as we stand on the brink of a new month, a new year, welcoming this new year. So let's get into some of the themes that are possibly coming through in terms of this year. The fields of technology and finance are set to be themes for 2024, with their influence magnifying throughout the year. Potential radical transformations in the global financial markets and the technological realm may occur. Even more intriguing is the possibility of these two domains merging as more nations consider the possibilities of digital currencies. So, another significant theme is relationship dynamics will also play a part in 2024. We will be guided to scrutinize our relational interactions meticulously, distinguishing between the ones that are beneficial and the ones which are no longer serving, which means that the energies just might have come to completion in the relationships. And it's not right, wrong, good or bad. There's an isness, and in the isness, it just means that the energy might come to a completion. So bringing loving kindness and compassion in can really support you then in completing something. So we may also feel a compelling interplay between the desire for autonomy and independence, along with the need for companionship and support from others. Additionally, the year 2024 harbors some remarkable alignments set to promote peace and healing, both which are really drastically required for our planet. Also, 2024 is being a numerological number 8, symbolizing good fortune, symmetry, and infinity. Although we are infinite beings, our earthly existence is not. Therefore, it is crucial to make the most of our time here and acknowledge the profound impact we have on ourselves, others, and the world. So, with this, though, as we transition into the initial month of January, we are embraced by an energy that is profound and intense. The energy has evolved from the color of violet of December, now presenting itself as a vibrant russet brown color. This emerging hue, rich and abundant, possesses a texture that echoes depth and vigor. Its vibration resonates with the power and vastness of a black hole, yet with an attribute of russet brown rather than black. As it intersects with the collective human energy field, it exhibits a unique dual nature. It appears dynamic and swirling, yet simultaneously retains an aura of absolute stillness and silence. So, the cosmic energy we're currently being in, we are in, it isn't harsh, but it's more of a wake up call, urging us to delve deeper into ourselves. It doesn't necessarily offer the comfort and support, though, we may be accustomed to in our human existence. Instead, it's really propelling us. It propels us further into the healing journey that we embarked on in November. So it's really crucial not to lose momentum now, my friends. When January presents its challenges, my friends, for that, when January does present challenges, or if it does present challenges, just remember to use your tools, use your mindfulness tools, use your energy healing tools. Take a moment to glance upwards, observe the clouds, feel the winds, gaze at the stars, really letting yourself reground, realign, taking a moment to pause. Watching the world in its ceaseless state of transition and evolution can really support you. And remember, you are an integral part of this ever changing world, of this tapestry that we are in. Always also remember, always bear in mind that from the dawn of our existence, we have encountered challenges, obstacles, hardships, pain, and we are really starting to begin to shift more from surviving to thriving, or wanting to shift from surviving to thriving in our evolution. But we're just not there yet. So just, make sure to have patience and kindness with the process. So in terms of just remembering how the warmth of December was, in terms of some of the energies, continuing into January to seek peace, joy, tap into the kindness within and around you, and nourish your shining spirit. Let your soul light shine through. This will empower you to keep empowering yourself, as well as developing your most impressive and radiant human self. So another theme that's coming into play for January is we are exploring major reorganization energy. And in this workshop I did this weekend, there were more than a few people that their intentions were to reorganize and clean out the clutter, which goes along well with what was one of the themes for this month. Also, if you are interested in getting the workshop that I did this weekend, it is in my Patreon. It is the Meditate with Me or higher level, the all access. You can find it there if you are interested in doing it. Both of the days, day one and day two, are both in there. And then also, there is a great energy healing meditation that was done on day one to really just do a great clearing and a great just resetting for this year. Okay, so that theme, though, that we're talking about in terms of organization, it is a rather swift reorganization energy. So that's what the guides were calling it, rather swift reorganization energy. It's an interesting phenomenon not typically observed in January, since January is often considered a period of recuperation from the December rush, thus earning usually a reputation of a slightly slower month. But considering the guide said 2023 was completing in November and 2024 energy was coming in December, it totally makes sense that January has a different feel to it. And that December may have felt like a slower month, and January, it is a swift reorganization energy. So this month often sees individuals gradually gearing up in anticipation of the forthcoming year. However, in usual circumstances, this momentum doesn't truly pick up until February and beyond. And interestingly, the insight that I've gathered about January this year is that it is really set to be a fast paced month filled with lots of movement. So it's important to clarify that this doesn't necessarily imply that you'll be coerced into moving against your will. Yet, don't be taken aback if elements of your life start reorganizing at a more rapid pace than you might have foreseen. Indeed, expect an energetic upshift from January onwards. So, with that, my friends, make sure to prepare yourself because the vibrant, fast paced energy surge that we experience in January is simply the preamble to the exciting, dynamic power energy filled with vitality we're expecting in February. So, with this, my friends, picture January as a cleansing and revitalizing wave that is intentionally designed to expedite our transition into the energy of 2024. Imagine this coming year as a rapid electrical pulse, marking the pace for a swift and energizing journey ahead. Recognize that any unraveling of lingering threads related to any challenges you've been attempting to settle over the past year or perhaps in just the last few months. These tend to be the problems that have felt unusually heavy or have taken a long time to solve. So they may be coming up to really be resolved. So as we step into 2024, prepare yourself for a personal journey of unprecedented vigor and intentions. This upcoming year promises to reveal hidden strength within us that we might not have recognized earlier. Furthermore, it is the year to obtain absolute clarity about our life purpose. Can we get a yes on that? Thank you very much. We may experience a shift in our purpose, realign ourselves with it, and become proactive contributors to its realization in the world. Clearly, the theme of harnessing internal strength and purpose is poised to play a significant role in the coming year. Often, January can feel like the ideal time to start anew, reorganize, and clean up our living and working spaces as well. Many of you have already felt this urge to declutter and reform your surroundings in the preceding months, anticipating a similar drive for a renewal kickoff in January. However, this January could also potentially present a change of pace with flurry of activities into our routines more than usual. Traditionally, as I mentioned, January has been more of a slower month for us to recover and rejuvenate ourselves. But since this is a different type of January, make sure, my friends, to ensure that among all the hustle and bustle, you allow moments to relax and rejuvenate. So make sure to take that time to do it. Okay, so the next theme is about trust. So this has been coming up quite a bit in sessions in the last couple of weeks. And anytime things start coming up in sessions where I'm starting to see major patterns on this, I already intuitively understand before the guides even drop it into one of my meditations that this is going to be a theme. And so it is a theme. And the theme is who and what can you trust? The concept echoes at both personal and global levels. It primarily emphasizes internal shifts in relation to other people and experiences, but it also could be for ourselves too. So the crucial question echoes again, who and what can you trust, both at a personal and global level? Globally, we are increasingly witnessing surfacing of previously concealed manipulations or information that may have been withheld from public knowledge. This situation continues to evolve, leading us to deduce that the theme, who and what you can trust, would prevail throughout January. On a personal level, this theme is much about your relationship with yourself as it is with your relationship with others. So, trust in relationships can sometimes be challenging. Whether those relationships are with partners, family members, friends, or even business associates, experiences may occur that shake our trust. We may have trauma and that might need to be healed. And then we may need to heal our trust as well. Sometimes these experiences serve to teach us discernment, indicating that perhaps we move too quickly or that we should change our approach when we encounter similar energy in the future. At times, these trust testing experiences prompt us to redefine our interaction with the world, leading to more trustworthy relationships. We're obliged to ask ourselves if we expressed our truth sufficiently or if we could have shown up differently to foster a different relationship with trust. So, trust is a continually evolving concept that is ever changing and unique to each of us. As we enter January, trust takes a center stage globally and personally. It's anticipated that this timeline will witness numerous trust related experiences or epiphanies. There may be moments for healing wounds related to trust or incidents provoking a reevaluation of trust in our relationships. It could also be a time of deepening self trust, prompting introspection on what and who you can trust. And more often than not, this journey will involve nurturing a shift within, affecting how you perceive and interact with all your relationships in your life. Interlinked, interlinked with trust investigates an intriguing question. Are you also trusting your journey on earth? I'm just going to say this again. Are you also trusting your journey on earth? It's a call to self-reflect, using self using self-reflection, urging you to remain connected to your personal power even with all the external distractions. It encourages actions like journaling and self-evaluation to understand your life path better and to envision potential transformative changes for the future. So here are some questions, my friends. Have you been placing trust in your life's journey here on earth? And then I'm going to say this a different way. How have you been placing trust in your life's journey here on earth? Do you trust your life journey here on earth? Do you trust this experience? Everyone experiences their own unique journey while navigating through life. You might be currently enjoying a wonderful week, a wonderful day, or perhaps you're going through a tough one. Regardless, it's vital to remember that life is indeed a journey that we are all part of. So, do you find yourself placing trust in the way your journey evolves here on earth? Do you find yourself placing trust in the way your journey evolves here on earth? And remember, this doesn't imply constant contentment with your present circumstances or the situation you find yourself in. However, you can step back and acknowledge, yes, I do trust this journey. I have trust that it's leading me where I'm meant to be. Often introspection is vital. So introspection is really important. This involves reviewing key aspects of your past few years, identifying favorable aspects and also not so positive occurrences, and contemplating how to incorporate more of what you liked in the coming years or even adopt entirely new experiences. Remember, life is a journey. We reside in bodies, and as long as we're living, the journey persists. Frequently, we can get caught in external happenings, worldwide events, but it's important for you to refocus on your individual life journey as well. You are an individual in a collective experience. You are multidimensional. So it's important to remember that you are multidimensional. So here are some self reflection questions. Where do you currently stand? How do you perceive yourself? And are you content with your self image? If you're not, can you spare a few moments for introspection and reflection? This process allows you to devise and shape a different future. So take time, my friends. January is an ideal month for self reflection, introspection, as many people around the world are collectively pondering their journey. So, more noteworthy questions to ask are whether you are trusting your journey on earth and if you can remain personal while maintaining your power without being lured into focusing solely on the external. If you're dissatisfied with your current situation, what changes would you like to bring about in 2024? It's essential to channel energy towards these questions rather than just reacting negatively to what you don't prefer. I'm going to repeat that. It's essential to channel energy towards these questions, bringing in that open, wise mindset, that beginner mind, rather than just negatively reacting to what you don't prefer. So, my friends, also recognize that rejection and creation are two different processes. Once you've identified what you reject, what you want to let go of, what no longer serves you, what you're complete with, you must then ask, what do I want to create? Prioritize putting creative energy towards what you wish to materialize, especially if your answer to the question, do I trust the journey I'm presently in, is a no. If you don't trust the journey that you're presently in, and so you're not trusting it, then it's really important to prioritize putting creative energy towards what you wish to materialize. Take that time, my friends. So I started talking about the next theme quite a bit in the last month or so and on social media. It's about light workers really taking more accountability. And so essentially, the ultimate aspiration of a light worker is to bring about positive transformation on earth with an emphasis on cultivating peace, harmony, and love. That's my understanding of what defines a light worker. Yours might be different. I'm always open to hearing. So please let me know how you perceive it. And with this, though, not all light workers need to be imbued with spiritual beliefs or interests. Rather, their primary focus lies in spreading joy, fostering connections, and contributing positively to their life, people's lives, animals, nature, earth. Just accepting the role of being a human offers an opportunity to be a light worker. So again, it doesn't mean if you're a light worker, it doesn't mean that you're spiritual or you have any beliefs in any of that. It could mean that you're just here positively contributing to people, animal lives, nature, earth, and spreading the light. So my friends, it's completely natural, though, with all this, because we are living a human experience. It's completely natural to have days when you can't put on a brave face or exude that light or positivity, or you're moving through something and you're processing something. After all, we're human and life has its ups and downs. And so we're human and life has the ups and downs are part of this experience and this existence that we're in. However, despite the challenges, we really want to strive to maintain an overarching aim to contribute to a world that is harmonious, peaceful, and abundant in love, because we need that more than ever now. So, as we are moving into 2024, and the emergence and rise of light workers are set to be a significant theme this year. So, and with that is then taking more responsibility as a light worker. So, this also directly ties into the theme of discovering one's purpose in the world and forming a heartfelt connection with that theme. And again, my friends, with all of this, it's really, you want to allow yourself to envision your year as well, but know that you also want to then let go of it because you want to be open to the experience of receiving what is for your highest good and all kinds of opportunities. And you don't want to limit yourself. But 2024 is, you know, envision 2024 as the pivotal year that will witness a significant number of individuals breaking free from outdated conditioning. The year will witness individuals undergoing substantial healing from past experiences, culminating in a refreshed identity that resonates harmoniously with their inner self. The year will summon the elements of fire and strength, aspects of oneself that may not have been fully realized before, symbolizing a potent rebirth energy. The fire stokes up an intensity that challenges us in unprecedented ways. And enduring this journey might seem strenuous, but the purification it brings to light uncovers newfound resilience once we cross the other side. So, depending on your current state, my friends, you might be raring to kick off. You might be thinking, absolutely, let's go. 2024 is my year. I'm prepared to elevate my life to all new heights. I am eager to ascend into a novel state of existence. Praise be, my friends. You know, maybe you're thinking, wow, I wish I could reach that stage. If so, know that 2024 is anticipated to be your catalyst, opening the door for you to fully embrace who you are intended to be. It's a year where you can shed parts of your identity that perhaps once served as a safety mechanisms or facets of your persona that once were all that was allowed, but now you no longer need that and you can let that go, come to completion, clear it, and allow more of a truth of who you are, your authentic self to shine through, my friends. So, regardless, my friends, regardless of your role as a light worker, whether you hold a grandiose vision of creating monumental societal structures facilitating impactful experiences for humanity, or simply inspiring people around you, know that your contributions are valuable. Just you being here is valuable. Even if your reach is limited within your local community or a small group of people, remember the significance isn't determined by scale. So with that, it really just means that, you being here, just being able to anchor light no matter where you go, that is really a significant contribution. Okay, so with all of this, my friends, if you've been eagerly waiting to welcome peace and harmony into your life, remember to reflect back on your journey throughout 2023. So, what valuable insights can you glean from that year that can guide you towards a more fulfilling 2024? Perhaps you've realized what was lacking for you this past year and take time to seize this awareness as an opportunity to intentionally create more balance and tranquility in the coming year. The ascent of the light worker refers specifically to realizing your purpose and feeling intrinsically linked to it. On the other hand, if current circumstances have left you feeling really drained, on the brink of giving up, remember that such moments of questioning are also really natural. These phases stir within us deep curiosity about our emotional state, allowing feelings to ebb and flow. But also, if you are feeling really drained, burnt out, exhausted, then you may need to also check in to see if you need to do an energy clearing session. Also, check in to see where you are in your grounding and your alignment, because we have had several huge shifts in terms of earth, and something might be going on with your grounding. But also just check in to see if there's been accumulation of negative energy that needs to be cleared out, so that way the light can come in. I recommend doing energy clearing healing sessions, if not daily, once a week, or at least once a month. That can really support you and your vitality and your vibrant nature. Okay, so also this month is set to be a significant one as it pushes pushes you to step up and embrace your purpose. So you may presently be experiencing a high degree of frustration or even maybe upset or anger. However, note that such feelings often represent the final hurdle through a major breakthrough. So don't be too hard on yourself if things are challenging. This tough time could essentially be the calm before the storm of progress. So this tough time could essentially be the calm before the storm of the progress. Hence, it is really crucial, my friends, to stay aware and use tools to support you and process when you need to. In January, many will undergo a refinement process regarding their relationship with spiritual guidance and intuition. Whether you are embracing it or finding yourself in resistance, there will be a noticeable shift and evolution in your interaction with intuitive guidance. There's a wave of deepening connectivity with your spiritual guidance and intuition on the horizon. So I feel intuition guidance channeling is, in all of it is really, it's obviously really important in my life, but it's also best applied as elements of a balanced approach to this human life because we are living a human experience as well. We are multidimensional and they are form of our part of our diverse human existence. Humanity itself holds vast knowledge and information, as does the spiritual guidance. They're often entwined, and it's really about understanding the nuances. In dowsing, we often do investigation for soul, human, heart, mental, emotional, physical, subtle, energetic, cosmic, auric, cellular bodies, spiritual bodies, etc. We're multidimensional. So, with that, just it's really about understanding the nuances and working with them in that in sort of a balanced approach life. And it appears with all of this, it appears that there's going to be a surge in the number of people maturing in their understanding and use of intuition and spiritual guidance, which is amazing. And I'm very excited for. This wave will support an evaluation of our personal biases or tendencies in these areas. So know that in truth, with the interplay of free will and destiny, the course of events is continually shifting anyway. Predominating themes do exist, yet our individual and collective response shapes how we interpret these themes and the nuances and how these themes materialize in our daily experience. Things can just ebb and flow. So it's essential to understand that this process is substantially more dynamic and greatly influenced also by our moment to moment collective responses more often than we realize. So that's why, too, in doing energy work, when I'm working with clients, I'm always telling them that we're doing the reading for right now in this moment because next week the energy could have shifted. And depending what you do now in this moment, things could shift even greater because you might all of a sudden get cleared and come through with some sort of inspiring action. And next thing you know, you're completely shifted in a whole new way in the week prior. So, so with that, my friends, it's possible in all of this that you have reached a point in your life where you are also saying, enough is enough. I have been exposed to these fear instilled projections for so long that I simply can't continue this way. And I don't want to. And I'm ready to let them go. You're ready to clear non beneficial patterns and programs and allow yourself to shift into a new paradigm of beingness and experience. So, with that, then, as I mentioned, that more people are going to be coming online in a greater way in terms of their intuition and also in terms of the maturing in their understanding of use of intuition and spiritual guidance. This comes along with, let's just talk about psychic information in a greater way. And really what I'm talking about in this moment is psychic prediction information, where you're talking about possible future. So psychic prediction information, I will just be clear. Psychic prediction information can be helpful. It can be helpful. But When we get caught in holding on to possibly future information that dismisses our ability to be present in the moment, then we may not be listening to our actual intuition in the present moment. And this actually could cause us in our human experience more difficulties, more challenges, and possible harm. Because I have seen it more than once in clients who are coming in and saying they got this information from another practitioner and it was about their future, and they're holding on to that information and they're like, why didn't it come in? And next thing you know, they're ruminating, their mind is spinning, and they've got monkey mind going on. They have like 100 negative thoughts that are ruminating, and they're so spun in their head that they can't even catch their breath, and it's causing anxiety, stress, tension, and they're ungrounded and unaligned, and they're 100% in negative energy. So in terms of the psychic prediction information, it it doesn't mean that, the psychic who may have given that information or the practitioner who may have said that information, it doesn't mean that it's right, wrong, good, bad, there's an isness. It's just what happens is in our human experience, depending on what people are, if they're so desperate for a great change in their life and they're feeling really sad, or they're feeling in fear or anxiety, or they're just not having a great time in life, and they go work with somebody who's giving prediction information, they may hold on to that prediction information as a symbol of hope. But what can happen is they're really holding on to it tightly. And so they're foregoing their present experience. And then they get into a lot of anxiety because they're too much going into the future. They're like they're trying to future live instead of being in the present. And then when you're doing that, you tend to stay really stuck, which then whatever's supposed to be coming in may not be able to come in because you're getting caught in a stuck space. So with me, when I work with clients, I am intuitive. I do get psychic information, but much, I'm really careful in how I work with it, because I'm more about in terms of helping the human evolve in their personal development. And that just means overall in their mental, their emotional, their physical, their spiritual, their whole well being in connection to their mind, body, and soul. And I've also seen numerous times where prediction information has really caused people distressed. And then they really start doubting themselves too. They start, um, they may not trust themselves as much anymore because maybe whoever told them the information, maybe they're right. And anyway, it can cause a lot of challenges. So with that, because there's going to be a maturing of more people coming into their psychic abilities, and with this then it's just looking at it differently and understanding the nuances differently. So know that psychic information, psychic prediction information can be helpful, but when we get caught in holding it onto into possible future information that dismisses our ability to be present in the moment, then we have to just be really mindful of that, because that can actually usurp our ability to be present and to live in this moment. Even though I know that it can be really intriguing to assess our connections with possible predictions, and it can be exciting to hear like what's going to happen in the future. But the key point is not whether predictions are good, bad, right, or wrong. There is an isness, and it's how we perceive, interpret, look at the nuances, and utilize them, as well as how they impact our emotions. And so, if you are somebody who it's going to impact your emotions in a non beneficial way, then I would hold off in working with um, trying to get specific future, and really start working on how to be present and how to clear anything that you need to from the past to support you in progressing beneficially into the future. So, with this, a novel approach is surfacing that is really bridging the gap between the future as depicted in predictions and the present moment we're experiencing. And so this approach is going to involve a really beautiful fusion of intuition, heart, and present moment experience on a whole new level. So, and if you've done a Reiki and dusting energy healing session with me, you've probably have seen or experienced this, because that's really what it's like. You end up, it's just this beautiful fusion of really intuition, heart, and present moment. And you end up really in this really enjoyable, amazing, peaceful experience where you're just present. And it's so amazing to feel that presence, and you have no, they're not thinking about the past, you have no concerns about the future, you are just in this glorious moment of presence. And with that, when you're in that real energy of presence, that's when you're fully letting yourself embody your light to then be able to shift greater, which then allows you to bring in more opportunities because you're grounded and aligned, and you're probably shifted to a higher vibrational frequency, probably shifted from 3D to 5D, and you're more open to receiving as well. So, with all of this, though, friends, a question to ask yourself is, do you disregard your current feelings due to a possible prediction about an impending future event, which you may then negate your present experience? So that's a question to ask yourself. Do you disregard your current feelings due to a possible prediction, psychic prediction about an impending future event, which you may then negate your present experience? So that's a reflection question from there. And then the information that you receive kind of understands how you need to work with your human. Okay, so our next theme is to contemplate is strong, empowered creational energy, primarily channelized in new arenas or new areas as opposed to conventional methods. In January, creational energy displays immense strength and empowerment, particularly in unfamiliar territories instead of traditional ways. Consequently, if you are planning to create or innovate anything, or even if you're endeavoring to reproduce a past creation differently, January is set to offer robust support. And remember, there's no pressure to accomplish your objective by January and end of January. This month is purely about setting the groundwork and cultivating the energy necessary for creation. So, this month, January, will focus more on laying that groundwork rather than executing new concepts. But that doesn't mean that you can't if you are already in the flow. So remember, it's all about nuances. So therefore, the energy favoring innovative creation will be amplified this month. At the same time, you might find yourself instinctively arranging and setting up the environment for your imminent manifestation to be nurtured and flourish. This corresponds with the intensive reorganization energy we are currently also experiencing, my friends. So, certainly this year brings the potential for global and personal rebirth. However, I just add the caveat by saying, if you allow it, if you allow it, because sometimes we might not be mentally or emotionally or physically ready for these changes. So, with it, it's if you allow it, if you want it. You have free will. You call to you what you want. You're an empowered creator. So if you allow it, if you want it, my friends, there's also a propensity to sometimes obstruct life transformations due to unresolved fears or traumas. So that's also could happen. And it's not right, wrong, good, or bad. There's an isness, and we are here on this journey to experience the evolution, the evolving. So it's vital, my friends, to also address and understand that we must address any blockages that are coming up before we can truly embrace something new. So I'm just going to repeat this. So, yes, this year does bring a potential for global and personal rebirth. However, adding on the caveat of if you allow it, because sometimes we might not be mentally, emotionally, physically really ready for these changes. And there's also a propensity to obstruct life transformation sometimes due to unresolved fears or traumas. So it's vital to understand that we must address these blockages before we can truly embrace something new. That's where, when we do energy healing and clearing, we clear the negative energy and we allow the light energy to come in to fill in the spaces. But you can't necessarily embrace and bring something new in until you clear it out. So, and you have to oftentimes have realizations about what is being called to be shifted. Also, currently on Earth, which we talked about last month a little bit, is the energies of play and joy, which are sanctuary and sacred energies for maintaining elevated frequencies, especially during global turmoil. And to emphasize its play and joy that's presently stand as significant sanctuary and sacred energies on earth, acting as vital pillars for upholding high frequencies during periods of worldwide stress. So, with that, my friends, yes, everything going on in the world, have compassion and loving kindness. Do what you can to support or where you're called to help out. But if you are in an area where you are not actively in survival for your life or threatened, your safety isn't threatened, it is also equally important to also support in terms of the maintaining these elevated frequencies of play and joy, because they are sanctuary and sacred energies on earth. And upholding the high frequencies during periods of worldwide stress is so important. So here's a reflection question. Have you considered ways to incorporate more joy, play, and laughter into your life? Have you considered ways to incorporate more joy, play, and laughter into your life? Many times we consider these aspects as luxuries only to be indulged in once we have free time or once in a while, but it's so important to do it more often. And this message encourages us to realize how essential these elements become, especially during challenging periods in our lives or those close to us. So, with this, you may be the initiator for forming an environment where laughter, play, and joy can thrive. Orchestrating get togethers with friends can share in these sanctuary and sacred energies. This framework of merriment can provide an effective remedy to the challenges many have faced over the past few years in creating a sense of lightness and happiness. Thus, laughter, play are ways you can harness, embrace, grant yourself, and nurture throughout your life. They are very important, especially right now, my friends. Okay, so let's just talk about in the beginning of this energy update, we talked about how the color coming through this month is russet brown energy. And so let's talk about the impact of your body. The russet brown energy reverberates in every part of your physical being, effectively making your entire body a convergence point. This varies from the usual cosmic energies that align more with certain body parts. Given that this energy encapsulates your full body, it can prompt existing physical tension, stiffness, and ailments to become more prominent. But knowing that that's being called possibly to be attentive to, so that way maybe things can be cleared out, or maybe new information can come to light, so that way you can be guided to how to take care of your body in a certain way. Because remember, your body's infinitely intelligent. It's always trying to give you information. It's just about learning the harmony of what your body's trying to tell you and trying to speak your body's language. Okay, so I always recommend also doing energy healing, because that can actually support your body in terms of revitalization as well. With this, we can talk about an empowerment strategy for your body as well, igniting the vibrant power within your soul, which then can support in terms of also bringing light into every cell in your body with this energy. This month, your aura emerges as a vital agent for physical well being, and also just supporting you into that vitality, vibrancy, and efficiency. So I would really encourage you to do the dowsing of the month, which is Saturday, January 6th, to support, because it will help you clear negative energy, integrate light, enliven and activate your aura, as well as we'll be doing soul retrieval. So that way it can support in terms of your soul, and then also support possibly embodying your soul in terms of your human. And, and also it will bring in being able to activate your aura, so that way you can be held safe, strong, grounded, aligned, and feel resilient. So if you are interested in doing that, there'll be a link in the show notes that you can sign up for that. And then it's a live class. There's also a recording that is sent out afterwards. Or you can just sign up and let yourself receive it as well, because your name will be put on a list. And everybody whose name is on a list, then not only is Reiki sent to them, but also the whole dowsing session is for them as well. And it's for the entire month as well. I set the intention that it's happening for the entire month. All right. So with this, with in doing the dowsing of the month, basically it just aids in clearing negative energy, integrating light, rejuvenating, activating your aura. And this process really empowers you to feel secure, robust, grounded, aligned, harmonized, and adaptable. Okay. One of the other things this month to really understand is understanding your mind response. So here are some journal questions for your mind response. How do you respond when confronted with adversity? Can you remain grounded can you remain grounded while allowing space for natural progression and creative transformation? In times of stress or challenge, what are your instinctual behaviors? Where does your mind wander and what thoughts echo loudly in your head? And so here's more questions. Do you find yourself experiencing sometimes sadness, anger, resentment? Do you often grapple with feelings of victimization or lack of support? In response to stress, everyone's unique and remarkable systems may respond differently. However, the pivotal question that arises is, how can you provide yourself support during these challenging times? So, my friends, unearthing the answers to these queries is critical as it boosts your creative energy field and propels you towards wellness, recovery, and connectivity. This acts as an alternative to being entrapped within the routine energy field characterized by adrenaline surges, fight, flight, freeze, fawn responses, and outmoded restrictive patterns. So, self reflection, self realization work is so important. And then here is a message for the soul. The current year remains a significant turning point for humankind. Regardless of your personal experiences, remember these are not isolated incidents. They intertwine with the collective journey we're all undertaking. You play a critical role in the collective human energy ascension. And in terms of the global population of over 7 billion, your soul, your energy's distinct imprint, your health pattern, and your dreams stand unparalleled. You are utterly unique and perfect. And now here's some contemplation for the soul. What personal growth do you wish to catalyze this year? So, what personal growth do you wish to catalyze this year? Or another way said is, what personal growth do you wish to manifest this year? What is your dream? What are your dreams realized? As you weave your vision into experience, as you weave your vision into existence, what initial steps are you implementing this month to nourish its fruition? So, as you weave your vision into existence, what initial steps are you implementing this month to nourish its fruition? So, with that, my friends, let's just take one moment, sending Reiki to anybody who wishes to receive it. Just say, yes, I'd like to receive Reiki for my highest good. Breathing in life force energy, breathing out what no longer serves you. Taking a moment to give gratitude. What are you grateful for? I'm grateful for, and name 3 things. I'm grateful for all you, my friends, for this experience, for a new year. And I'm excited about the possibilities. As I mentioned in the beginning, my intention, power, positive word for this year is unstoppable. And I also created a Spotify playlist with the first song is Unstoppable by Sia. And there's many other songs that just go with the theme. If you're interested, I'll also put that link in the show notes. Feel free to follow it. And also feel free to download your Power Positive intention word for this year. And I also recommend Reikiing that word. So every time you use your Power Positive word, that you'll also receive Reiki as well. And it can really just support you in this coming year. So may you have a beautiful, blessed year with so much love, care, blessings, abundance, prosperity, peace, so much more, my friends. And all your dreams manifest with ease and grace and harmony for your highest good. Thank you for being on this journey with me. Before we go, we always want to release, we want to delink. So say this after me if it resonates with you. I asked to break the links with this podcast episode. I asked to break the links with social media. I asked to break the links. I asked to break the Reiki links, leaving only harmony, balance at either ends. I also asked to clear any residual energies being held in my body as a result of these links. I asked that light fills all the void cells, rejuvenating, refreshing, revitalizing for my highest good with ease and grace. And so it is. May peace be with all of you. Thank you so much for joining me, my friends.